So you may need a block for the next sequence of postures that we're going to do. So have a block or a book or anything you have that gives you a little bit of height from the floor, and just have that handy to the front of your mat. Once more, come to the front of your mat in Tadasana. Take your hands to prayer position. Breathe in, lift the arms up, and breathe out, hands to the floor. Breathe in, lift the gaze, lift the heart, and breathe out, coming into plank, chaturanga. Breathing in, upward facing dog. Breathing out, downward facing dog. Good. So from downward facing dog, we're going to lift the right foot up behind us into the sky, into three-legged dog. And then bring the knee forward, almost as though you were going to kiss the knee, and place the foot in between the hands. Just adjust the back foot now, so you might need to step it in so that you can bring the heel down. And you want to have that back foot at an angle, so the heel is further back than the toes. Soften that front leg, and then lifting yourselves up into a warrior one stance. So the front knee is over the ankle, this front knee is bent. You want both hips facing forward. So if you struggle to bring both hips forward, step that back heel in a little bit. Okay. So once we've got our warrior one stance, you want to think about the weight in the outer edge of the back foot, both hips facing forwards. Now lift the arms up and bring them into a cactus shape. So the elbows are bent and the elbows are in line with the shoulders. And from here, draw the elbows back. Don't worry about the hands. The hands can be floppy if you want to, or extended. Feel comfortable in the lumbar spine. If you have any pinching here, then come up, tuck the tailbone, and then come back down. And then work with these cactus arms. We're aiming to draw the elbows back and feel the collarbones spread. And as the collarbones spread, you draw forwards with the chest. And breathe here. Now take the elbows and the arms forwards. Lift the elbows a little bit, so they're coming up at 45 degrees now. So still have the elbows bent, just take the elbows up higher a little. And do the same thing. Expand through the collarbones, moving the chest forwards. And breathe here. And now taking the hands into a more traditional warrior one position with the palms facing. The neck should feel released. If you want to gaze up towards the thumbs, that's great. Otherwise, keep looking forwards. Feel that you can energize through the arms, through the fingertips, lift the arms, straighten them, and then perhaps taking the thumbs back in space. Check in with that front knee, make sure it's still bent. Good, holding your warrior ones. I'm just coming back on my mat a little bit so that I don't hit the wall in a moment. We're going to lift up the heel of the back foot, so coming onto the toes of the back foot. Draw your belly in, so we need some fire in the belly to hold the next posture, which is a balance. We're going to tilt the torso forwards, keep tilting forwards, energy through your fingertips, and feel those back toes just hover off the mat. And then straighten the standing leg and make that strong and firm, and then you can begin to tilt forward. If, like me, you have a wall to touch, you can use that to just help you check in with your balance. Good. And then from here, we're going to take the right hand to the floor or to your block. So this is where you might need your block. Take the right hand to the floor or the block, push into that block, stable in that standing leg, open up your hips and float that top hand to the ceiling. Be energetic through your back leg, the lifted leg. This is Ardha Chandrasana, half moon pose. And breathe. Staying strong, energy through all of your limbs. And now look down to the floor. Take the left hand down to the floor, bend your standing leg. Both hands down on the floor, and then stepping your right foot back into plank. Breathe out, chaturanga. Breathe in, upward facing dog or cobra. And breathe out, downward facing dog. Good. Lifting your left heel up now to behind you, coming into three-legged dog. Then swing the knee in towards your chin. Place the foot down in between your hands. Step in with the back foot now, so coming back into that warrior one stance. So make sure that the heel can come down to the floor. And then lift your torso, take your hands to your hips. Take a few moments here to adjust your position. Weight into the outer edge of that back foot. Energy through this back leg so it's straight and strong. Hips are facing forwards. Cactusing with your arms. Breathing into your collarbones, expanding your collarbones. Perhaps lifting your chin up to the sky. Squeezing your shoulder blades together behind your back. And then taking the arms up 45 degrees once more, opening in the chest. And then taking the arms straight above the head, palms facing. Extension through the fingertips, making sure that front knee is still bent and you still have weight through the outer edge of that back heel. As you breathe out, take those thumbs further back in space, Virabhadrasana 1. And now lifting up onto the toes of that back foot, tilting the body forward. Draw the belly in, keep that belly strong as you lift. It's almost as though somebody were lifting you up through the fingertips. Keep lifting, and then straight and strong with that standing leg. You want to keep all of the foot in contact with the mat. Tilt over so that you're coming into your capital T position. Keep that belly strong. And once more, then take your left hand down to the floor or to your block. I find it easier to take my hand slightly behind my foot. Extend that back leg away, lift the top hand up, Ardha Chandrasana. And when you're ready, looking down, taking that top hand down to the floor, softening the standing leg, stepping back into plank. Chaturanga, elbows squeezing in. Breathing in, upward facing dog. And breathing out, downward facing dog. Pausing here for a moment, allow your breath to return. Good, now lifting the right leg up behind you once more. Taking the knee to the chest or to the chin and stepping the foot in between the hands. Once more, kick that back heel in. Breathing in, coming up. This time we want to take a wider stance. I'm going to turn around because I'm coming to behind the camera. Take a wider stance. We're going to come into Virabhadrasana 2, Warrior 2. So we want our right knee bent, knee over the ankle. Outer edge of the back heel, pushing into the mat. This back leg is strong. Allow the hips to be flexible and then turn the shoulders over the long edge so they're in line with the long edge of the mat. Extend the arms out to shoulder height. Breathing here, encouraging that front knee over the ankle so that it doesn't come in to the inner edge of the foot. Breathing in, breathing out, stretching away. Take the elbow to the knee. Opening up in the chest, again expanding the collarbones. One shoulder stacks above the other, and then extending the hand away. Parsvakonasana. Energy through that back heel. Push the outer edge of the back foot into the mat. If this feels okay, you can take the hand down to the floor or down to a block. Nice deep breathing. And then take that hand down to the floor. We're going to face down to the floor, one hand either side of that foot. Allow the back heel to lift up so we're on the toes, and drop the knee down to the floor. Take the hands to the hip, to the knee, and lifting yourselves up into Anjaneyasana, lunge pose. Open the arms once more, cactus, and fold. Breathing in, cactus, open the chest, and close. Once more, opening up. Take the hands up to the sky, look up to the thumbs if that's okay on the neck. Take the hands together, bend the elbows, bring the hands into prayer position at the heart centre. And we're going to take the left elbow, take a twist, take the left elbow to the outside of the right leg. Forward fold slightly so you can push that elbow down onto the outside of the leg and use the top hand to push down and bring you into a twist. If the elbow doesn't reach, you can straighten up the arm and use the back of the forearm. Otherwise, we're folding forward, hands in prayer position, and coming into a twist. Look down towards your foot, undo the twist, both hands either side of the foot. Stepping back into plank, chaturanga, breathing in, upward facing dog, breathing out, downward facing dog. And then we're going to lift the left foot behind, swing it forwards in between the hands, and place the left foot down in between the hands. Position the back foot, breathing in, coming up, Virabhadrasana 2. Weight into the outer edge of the back foot, strong through the back leg. Open the chest, feel as though somebody were drawing you through this back hand to keep your shoulders above your hips. Broad through the collarbones, gaze over your left fingertips. Encouraging your left knee over your ankle. Breathe out here, take the elbow to the knee. Open one shoulder above the other, gaze to the ceiling, and stretch the top hand overhead. If you feel you can go deeper, then take the hand to the floor. Keep the chest open so that you can comfortably gaze towards the ceiling. Energy through that back leg, driving the outer edge of the back heel to the floor. Now circle that top hand down. Take one hand either side of the foot. Come onto the toes of the back foot and place the back knee down onto the mat. You can untuck the toes. Lifting up, hands to the knee, cactus with the arms. So we're opening that chest once more. And breathe out and breathe in. And breathe out, allow the shoulders to come forward. Breathe in, open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades together behind your back, then lift the arms up overhead. Take the hands to prayer position, bend the elbows, and take the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Once again, if the elbow doesn't reach the leg, it's fine to straighten the arm and take the outside of the arm to the outside of the knee. Squeeze the belly in so that you can get the belly past that leg, increase the twist. The twist comes from the belly and then the rib cage and then the shoulders. When you're ready to come out, look down towards your foot, undo the twist, one hand either side of the foot. Tuck the back toes under, push into the hands, coming into plank, chaturanga, breathing in, upward facing dog, breathing out, downward facing dog. And once more, just return to your breathing here.